Last week, two big free-to-play games were released. There was the First Descendant, along with Zenless Zone Zero. Free-to-play games have a stigma about them because of the gacha-based mechanics. Still, they intrigued me, so I hopped into both on my PS5, and these are my thoughts. Let's begin with the First Descendant, as it was released first. It is a looter-shooter akin to Destiny. You can choose one of 3 heroes, all with perks and different elemental traits. I chose Viessa, who is the one female on the starting team, and she has ice powers. So you go into a big map, take on missions, large and small, and can join other players in the process. Collect guns, which there are a lot of, and firing them feels solid. Level up, boost stats, and gain new powers, etc. There is a story about a cliche villain trying to use his empire to get, blah blah blah. It's nothing unique, but as a Destiny clone, it is fun to play. As a typical free-to-play game, you can buy skins and other accessories along with other heroes. The cool thing about getting a new hero is that they will match levels with all previous heroes, which is great. But unlocking them is another story, but we won't get into that now. New game, same gacha trappings. Instead, let's move on to Zenless Zone Zero, and it is another Hoyoverse game following the success of Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. It feels like a combination of those two games in some ways. It has the action combat of Genshin Impact, but it lacks the open world. It has the party system of Honkai Star Rail, as you can form squads of 3. It's a bit more grounded in reality, though despite the futuristic Japanese aesthetic. You can play as Wise or Bell, and both siblings are hackers who run a business as proxies. Proxies dive into hollows, which are subspaces that open up around town. They assist hollow raiders who jump in for loot. The 3 hollow raiders you start with are Anbi, who is like a ninja with a sword, Billy, who has twin guns and has the smart mouth of Deadpool, and Nicole, the leader, who blasts things with a suitcase. Of course, you can gain new heroes as well, but be prepared to fork over cash. Again, like the First Descendant. As a proxy, your goal is to create a safe route for hollow raiders, and you do this via a board of TVs. It's like a dungeon crawler with less flair. This is most of the game, which I did not gel with, making me literally sleepy. It's also quite a chatty game, and while I did like the dialogue, there are funny parts, there's just too much of it. Too many things got in the way. The slick visuals overall have that bubblegum pop aesthetic that I loved about The World Ends With You, and it looks just as cool here. Overall, both games have great things about them. Gacha-based mechanics aside, you can totally have a blast with both, even without spending a dime or grinding hardcore. I loved how fast you can get into quests in the First Descendant, plus the co-op was awesome. Now, I love the visuals and overall presentation of Zenless Zone Zero, and the 3-man teams made the action combat sing. Also, the social aspects were cool. Unfortunately, the TV board dungeon crawler aspect is boring, and it takes so long to unlock the core experience. I did not clock it, but it had to be around 6 to 10 hours, and that's me being generous. So, of the two, even though the reviews are lower on aggregate sites like Metacritic, I think the First Descendant is better. Is it a masterpiece? No, absolutely not. But it will release those endorphins quickly and give you and your friends something new to play together. Zenless Zone Zero is also good if you make the effort, but it will be an effort, trust me. But for now, that is it. And, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll continue to play these games, and maybe I'll do a sequel video. Maybe, just maybe by the end, Zenless Zone Zero will be my top pick, but, who knows. Again, for now, thanks for watching. Peace!